you saw his address, Madison Square Garden. I thought that watermelon thing killed.
Yeah, that went really well.
I thought it just totally killed.
I can't say, and we could be happy to play it. I went into it watching. Listen, when they say something goes so bad, you kind of go to watch something to be like, ooh. Let's see how bad this goes. And then I watched it and I was like, it sounds like he does fine the whole time.
I said the same thing. I was like, whoa, he bombed from the clips. Well, this is sort of immediately put up the stuff that didn't work. And I watched it and I was like,
but what didn't work? I thought it all was.
Well, it's also
the watermelon thing did not work.
A couple things fell flat, but the thing is, it's not a comedy special. They're not miking the audience, so it also sounds you're not getting the same sort of effect on TV.
By the way, just so for anyone here, just like a little like full curtain pull. If everybody in comedy knows this, by the way, if they don't shut the fuck up. Dude.
Well, he doesn't want you to pull the curtain.
No, luckily
he's got a tape.
That wasn't mic'd, so no one heard it. Yep. If you're doing a comedy set and you're destroying, I mean murdering the crowd, but the crowd isn't mic'd, and you watch it on a video from the like stage mic, it sounds like you're bombing.
Oh, it's the worst thing ever. You want to kill yourself.
So all I'm saying is whatever you're hearing on that video is.
It's like when they play you in the green room and it just sounds like your teacher's bombing and you're like, oh my God.
Dude, and so many clubs have that where they'll be like, oh, listen, you can listen to your openers doing this. And then you can just go like, all right, well, I guess
you're
I'm
just
going
hearing
up there
the feed from that microphone.
I
turn it up.
Oh no!
Well, the only reason I thought is he mentioned a couple times that he.
That's
was
what
sort
he
of
fucked
like,
up. He kept being like, "Whoa, ooh, you guys are not," you know.
I don't think he does.
I was disturbed at how well he was doing. That people were like liking it.
All I'll say is that whenever there's a comedian who's like fucking very publicly like in trouble because like this was an offensive joke or something like that, the correct position is always to go suck a dick. I'm on the side of the comedian. Fuck everybody else. Tony's the man. Tony's fucking killing. I just love everybody there. There's so many people, by the way, who because they're not even in that world. They're like, who is Tony Hichcliffe anyway? And you're like, he's the guy who just sold out this same arena a few weeks ago for his own fucking show.
Make no mistake about it.
He's a faggot.
Jordan Jensen.
Did he sell
your plugs?
No, well,
Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan, your plugs?
Well, let me just say, by the way, for Jordan saying, Jordan saying that Tony's a faggot, I just want to make it clear that what she said did not at all contradict what I said.
Oh yeah,
I
think Tony's. I think it was weird. The whole idea of him opening for Trump and endorsing it. Comics are supposed to make fun of political people. They're not supposed to endorse them. Like Gillis dressing up as Trump is amazing, so funny. But Tony going up there and being like, "I'm gonna sleep well tonight, knowing who I'm voting for," is like, dude, shut up. Who cares?
I mean, he picked a side for sure, but I mean, like, listen, Tony's smart enough and he knows what he's doing. That like he's definitely picking like a side here, and he's like turning off half the people, but he's fine. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like in his world, I get why he would do it. I would never dream of saying yes to something like that in a million years.
It's not a
no, I agree with you.
Not because I hate Trump or love Trump.
No, politics are no offense, dude. Politics are gay as fuck. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yes. However, with that being said, I wouldn't take it. I don't think they should have booked a roast comic to open up this thing. It was a bad move. But at the same time, he was just telling jokes, and I defend fucking jokes. And
the jokes, I don't even think.
Listen, the Puerto Rico joke is a great joke.
Yeah,
it's also true.
The joke was also funny.
We're trash people.
Why didn't you open
Listen, man. All right, first of all, fuck that. Fuck what both of you guys are saying.
Dave,
politics are pretty gay unless you do it in a really cool way where you dress as olive oil. So anyway, there's a way to do it where it's really cool. No. Fuck all you guys. Tony's. First off, Tony's right. Trump's right. Puerto Rico is made of garbage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that got pointed out, and then people started looking around and going,
"They're
fucking about this garbage."
Their main exports right here, dude.
No. I think all of the jokes were good. I just think they were good for Tony's hour. I thought it was silly that it was. Will you fucking stop?
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
No, can I say?
I'm anxious.
I want to say too. I always think and I'm not even digging on anybody who did. I think it makes sense that at this point it makes sense for Trump to go on Rogan, or if Kamala went too. I also think Dave individually on his show, interviewing either of those people does make sense. What I find interesting and kind of bizarre is that like what I'm impressed by almost is the ego of like if it was brought to me, do I want to interview Trump? I would say no, based simply off of like what the fuck? Like it's like what am I going to ask him? Like, yo, what's the tightest pussy you ever fucked from Miss America? Like, it's like, and by the way, and I shouldn't do that with a fucking presidential candidate. So it's like I would take myself out of that. Like that's just not my world. So I don't understand like everyone being like, so it's like Tony. I'm like, damn, dude, it's like a wacky thing to be like you're so tied in now to a thing.
Well,
like,
great,
And you know,
great
He was very funny.
Great decision, Jay. Now the world is exactly the same, and we don't know the tightest pussy Trump ever fucked. Thanks, Jay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know that he does.
I'm sorry.
I don't know that Trump knows.
Dave, your lanes are politics and comedy. That makes sense. Tony's are like, you know, calling women fat, you know what I mean? And like being, and bringing up some of the
I think the weirdest thing is there's no one as similar to him in the comedy world as Tony.
I will say with everything I know about politics, there is no more important political question than what are we going to do about these fat chicks? And so if someone's out there, dealing with the issue, I'm going to tell them to sit down.
You will never be elected to office because of that.
Damn it.
That's right, Jordan. Now, listen, so stay skinny, bitch.
I'm trying.
No, listen, I don't.
Fair point, though.
I have no problem with what Tony did at all. I don't think the comedy.
This is what I thought. I was like, it's good. It looks like Tony's gonna go up, and then Shane is gonna come out dressed as Trump. You know what I mean? And then somebody would come out.
I ain't gonna let that happen.
You know what I mean? Trump would come out dressed as Dr. Phil, and then all of a sudden Theo Von would like.
Your issue is that the headliner did a slightly worse Trump impression than who you were expecting.
No, my issue is that it's all. My issue is
that's a fucking 3-point swish. That's not a field goal. That's a touchdown.
That is. Shane does a better Trump than Trump was the thing. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
Shane does a better.
Real quick, TJ, do plugs. Do plugs real quick, TJ.
I want to plug the fact that I didn't mean to introduce this as the ending of the show. But I loved hearing every single person's opinion on it. Especially Jordan.
Why is everybody so pro Tony? What does he do for?
What are you talking about?
Sorry, so you're
I
not.
won't even talk to him. He ran after me in Austin being
I'm
like,
not
TJ,
pro Tony.
TJ.
I'm pro
You
comedy.
all kind of suck his dick a little bit. Oh, okay.
I don't suck his dick.
Hold on. It's not sucking anybody's dick. It's literally
Put
the
your
right
hat
thing.
back on.
He's no. He's making jokes. Goddammit.
No longer Popeye. He's the Puerto Rican Popeye.
He was hired to make jokes, and he made jokes, and his thing. I'm more like I'm his friend. That's why.
Yeah, we've been friends with Tony for a decade.
I'm saying, but not just that. I think what he did was fine. My problem is like, why is it a thing at all? Like, why would they have Tony come do that? It seems
That's
like a strange.
what's disturbing.
It's like that doesn't make sense at all to have him do
his plugs.
I just go ahead.
Absolutely, but TJ, your plugs.
Well, do your plugs. All I'm saying, I'm just saying.
Do your plugs, but what I'm saying
is. Fucking, I don't care. Listen, when Kathy Griffin held that dumb, dead
I thought
head
that was
of
so funny,
Donald Trump, and people were like, "Oh my god, she took it too far." I was like, "Suck a dick, everyone. Fuck you.
Yeah,
she has a right to do that. Because fuck it, I don't even care if you think it was funny or cool or whatever. She has a right to try to be funny. Anytime any comedian is like." They're in trouble for a joke that they told, and especially if it's a fucking friend of mine. I don't care. Everyone suck a dick. He fucking has a right to try to be funny. Of course,
no, he has a right.
I agree that he does.
If something
and it was funny, good. And I'm not even saying it like, oh, he failed and he has the right to try. He did good. He did
had
fucking
some good
jokes.
He should have just done jokes and not been like, I'm voting for Trump also. He should have just done his job as a comedian and not been like, by the way, if you like Kill Tony, you like Trump. But
he didn't say that.
But I also couldn't say I would have done anything if like, first of all, I just wouldn't do the gig. But if a guy took the gig, like, That's all I could do is what he did is like make like over the top like
over the top.
Also, it's all fake. None of it's real. Not one Puerto Rican vote has been flipped from fucking Trump to Kamala Harris. No one gives a shit.
It
is a fact that literally there is not.
I know Puerto Ricans.
All right, well then you know what? That is a bigger insult to Puerto Ricans than anything Tony Hichcliffe said. If that actually changed their fucking vote.
Dave.
Everyone calm him down. Dave, it's okay. Politics gets him heated.
Sorry. Calm down, hands. Dave.
Sorry, guys. Olive oil's gone. Dave Smith is back.
I do not think that Tony should have held back on racist jokes. Obviously, he was there. That's what he's going to do. I just think it's weird that Tony opened for Trump at the MSG.
What's weird.
That's what's weird. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
To me, it's not weird that he took the job. I do think all of us would have been like, wait, what? He can do the jokes. The watermelon thing was not funny. That's all it is. Yeah, it's racist, whatever. The Puerto Rican island of garbage, that's a funny joke. If you agree with it or not, structurally, it's a very funny joke with great delivery.
We can sit here, all of us as comedians can break down which one's funny, which one's not funny. It's sort of subjective, right?
A lot of us agree.
The point is that we're just defending the idea of doing fucking roast jokes, and that's why they booked him. They booked Tony Hichcliffe not to have political ideology. They booked him to roast the crowd or roast the country or roast whoever, and that's what he did. It was stupid to book him on their end. That's really the problem, ultimately.
I'm saying it was a weird booking on their end, but like, if you get the opportunity. But I was
all right. Let's just do plugs. For the record, it was smart for them to book Tony.
Oh my God! No.
Listen,
well, big press.
Donald Trump is making himself the side who's willing to fucking have fun, and if the opponents want to make themselves the side that's going, that's too much fun, that your fun is offensive, suck a dick, fuck those guys.
TJ, your plugs. Dave.
No way.
TJ, your plugs, please. Dave.
Guys, if you want to follow TJ, Trump2024.com is the place to follow.
TJ for Trump. Hashtag TJ for Trump.
Stop breaking things in the room. What is happening?
Stop smashing shit. You're so psyched.
Dave, I remember earlier this week when the other side says, we don't want to have fun. We think it's all bullshit. We want to censor. No, dude. It was weird. I think that's what we're all saying.
It's dark. It's a dark situation.
It's a dark, weird situation.
I think for Tony,
we're not talking about for Tony. We don't care about Tony. We're talking about the situation where the president-to-be, where the presidents are racing. One of them brought up.
Supposed to tell us.
Jordan knows.
You already voted. You voted early.
We don't say
Trump.
People have 7 more days.
Jordan loves Trump. Jordan loves Trump. Jordan loves Trump.
Jordan loves Trump.